si je suis devenu volcanologue, c'est que j'ai rencontré il y a 34 ans une éruption. La splendeur du phénomène m'avait aussitôt envoûté.
I remember when I was a child, there was a television show called Haroun Tazieff Tells the Story of His Earth. I can still see those images of volcanic eruptions, glowing rivers of lava, immense plumes of ash, thunderous explosions. I think that was the first time I truly understood how powerful and untamed nature could be. But what fascinated me most was the contrast between the breathtaking beauty and the lurking danger. Volcanoes can create magnificent landscapes, yet they also hold the power to destroy everything in their path. I was deeply impressed by those men who, risking their lives, approached the fiery inferno to observe, study, and understand it. Their courage had something heroic, almost unreal about it. The very idea that one day I could personally witness such phenomena seemed inconceivable to me at the time, and even until quite recently. Back then, I would never have imagined being able to see that with my own eyes. When I began to take an interest in Iceland, I discovered that eruptions had been happening there quite often in recent years, and sometimes people could even get close enough to see them with their own eyes. That's when the idea began to grow in my mind. Maybe, just maybe, I could too. That's what led me to plan my first trip to Iceland. At the end of the summer of 2024, 2 weeks before my arrival, a new eruption began, and I was thrilled by the idea that I might actually make it in time, knowing it could stop at any moment. As soon as I landed, I picked up my van and drove straight toward the eruption site. But the weather that day was dreadful. Heavy rain, thick clouds, no visibility. I had to give up, telling myself I'd try again the next morning, hoping for better conditions. Unfortunately, by the next day, the eruption had stopped. I was so disappointed. It felt like I'd missed my chance, convinced I'd never get another one. I decided to return to Iceland the following summer. This time, with no real expectations. Scientists weren't predicting any new eruptions before autumn anyway. About a week into my road trip, on the morning of July 16th,
Almannavarnir hafa fært viðbragð niður á hættustig vegna gossins sem hófst í nótt á Sundhnúksgígaröðinni. Talsverður kraftur enn í gosinu og sprungan hefur lengst til norðurs.
What a surprise! A new fissure had opened during the night, in almost the same place as before. At that moment, I was on the other side of the island, more than 400 miles away. I wanted to rush there immediately, but I knew it would be useless. During the first few days, the whole area is closed off by the authorities. So I kept to my route, anxiously following the news day after day. And finally, 4 days later, I reached the site. The access roads had reopened. The weather was clear. After a 2-hour hike, I found myself standing before the first lava flows, slowly advancing, devouring the land, inch by inch. In the distance, I could see the main crater spewing its incandescent lava. It was at that very moment that I realized my childhood dream was coming true. Unable to go any farther on foot, I sent my drone into the air to cross the last mile separating me from the main crater. And through the screen of the remote control, I witnessed the most extraordinary natural spectacle I had ever seen in my life. As night fell, the scene grew even more magical, and I couldn't help but recall the words of Haroun Tazieff, spoken so many years ago about volcanoes. I too felt spellbound, captivated by a spectacle greater than life itself. Even though I couldn't get as close as I had hoped, I was deeply aware of the rare privilege of witnessing such a natural phenomenon in all its splendor. I felt infinitely lucky to have been there to see it.